Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. And if things are a bit juddery, it's because I got excited and started recording pretty much as soon as the save loaded, instead of waiting a few seconds, as I usually do. Now, I checked the recipe books, and I am indeed missing part of the swimming suit made from drowners, and it's the gloves. They don't appear to be in the stash, so I can go make some more. I've been fighting drowners recently, so it shouldn't be that difficult. And things might be settling down anytime now-ish, in terms of quality and consistency and lack of stuttering. Until I open the inventory, then it's going to get all juddery again for a little bit. But that's okay. Alright, so I am making these. And if I pop in I mean, that's pretty good, right? There we go. Let's not get too excited on making any of these just yet. So now we just wait for this to catch up. Inventory, armor. We have helmet, body, and hands. The whole diving set. And we're going to go off on a little adventure. First, though, I'm going to go to the explorer's home. Sorry, the experimenter's. Oh, person who makes inventor's home, and be a responsible player. Because I've heard there can be some bugs related to Quirko and to particular areas of the game, one of which I may be about to enter in the not too distant future. Come here, come here. Right, now. I want you to stay here until I call you, okay? He still seems to be facing me. Will he follow me outside though? That's for real. Oh, thank goodness. He's finally gone! Okay, now that he's gone, guys, we can do all the things we couldn't do while he was watching. Actually, to be fair, we pretty much did everything while he was watching, so it's not going to make a big difference one way or the other. But now that we have some heavy-duty diving gear, although not heavy gear, our armor category is going to plummet something rotten. Possibly all the way down to light. Although, that could help us increase some armor skills. Anyway, we're going to go up to that large water reservoir. And we'll dig out some metal along the way and fight a few monsters. Not very many monsters, mind. Just a few. Let's just hurry along there while no one was paying too much attention. We don't want to startle the townsfolk too much. But that's okay. Man, this music still sounds like the town of Tristram in Diablo 1. It really sounds like it. Then again, what is War Tales? There's a track of music that plays in the overworld quite often in War Tales that is also used in For the King. I know this because For the King has something like one music track which it plays constantly. That was weird. It was like motion blur was turned on for a moment. No, I haven't done that. And most of these foes have not returned. Some of them may be one-time monsters, which would be very nice. Let's get our bow and practice. How did that miss his head? Okay, nice work. Oh, you're still coming. Sorted. Right. Let's pick some flowers while we're here. And that's coming down from a tree, right? It seems to be behind and beyond it, and not... Oh, hello. I kind of imagine that in the abyss, things may be immune to cold. Generally, the term abyss refers to an incredibly deep body of water. It can occasionally be used to refer to just a very great big chasm or hole in the ground, but generally, that deep hole is full of water. Now, oh, wait. Let's just not. Not yet, anyway. Oh, it's going to be so bad. Maybe the point of the Drowner set is that you only need one part of it. While I believe the 3 parts do stack in terms of extending the breadth, the idea is that you don't really need more than one, and you can use whichever of the 3 parts suits best with the other armor pieces you are wearing. Now I'm going to read these notices, because the last time I read it I wasn't recording. The ancient waterworks once showcased the ingenuity of early civilizations with its network of aqueducts, reservoirs and channels that supplied vital water to settlements. Now the waterworks are mostly depleted, with dry, cracked channels and crumbling structures hinting at their former glory. These waterworks were crucial for sustaining communities and agriculture. The remains offer insights into early engineering and daily life. Though largely in ruins, they remain an important historical site. Visitors can admire the remnants, but should exercise caution due to disrepair and potential hazards. Stay on marked trails for safety. The Royal Geographers. And I strongly suspect we are going to need to be departing from the beaten track to perform our investigations here. Now, what we will find here, on the other side of the body of water, are a large number of bugganes. And there I see Victim, also known as Victim, also known as Dead Bastard. Getting back up again? Good. Just let me keep practicing. Oh no. Now there should be more of them. I see at least one more already. Trick shot through the stones. I think we got him. Oh, there's a body there. I can't remember if I found that body before. Deserters armor, so we know there's a group of deserters in the area. He probably wasn't here alone. There might be a letter here from one of the deserters about people being set up. The, you know, the trick quest of the person luring people into the raiders to be robbed. But more importantly, if we just walk on over here, there is this. And there's another one round the other side. So let's go get that also. It is possible to climb up on there a bit. Doesn't really seem to yield anything. Can't get up on there. Unless maybe it's from up above there, but realistically I can't. Ah! Yes, letter. No, spell to summon a skeleton knight. And lots of old, damaged, time-worn scrolls that have no further use. That being said, we haven't particularly meddled with the summoning spells yet. I think just down here there's another corpse eater. Or is it up there? I remember there's two dryads up there at the top, which is not where we want to go. Where we want to go is apparently the middle of this lake. And when we go into it, we will be a sogging, wet, dripping lady. Well, we'll be dripping when we get out of it. Right. Nightmare time. We might just... Oh! We're down in medium. What the hell is here? Oh, new spell, right. Well then. No. Let's swim. See, now there is a great big portal under the water, but if I can... Oh, yeah. Do I need to... Nope, no I don't. I just need to go down into here and press the button to interact. And hopefully when I come out the other side, I'll be somewhere where I can breathe. The Abyss of Sagramore. The name sounds authentic enough, but I don't recognize it. Oh god. Okay, no, we can breathe. That's good. We probably have no map of this place. That's presumably where we came down. We've come in facing this way. Okay, this doesn't seem to be that deep. But let's just get our feet out of it all the same. I was going to try to jump across. Oh, that's actually quite a large skeleton. Coin. And fairly mundane items. Now, if I go that way... I suspect I'll be out of the water soon, but let's just have a little meander first. I don't want to go plummeting into great depths, but guess what I just did? I just want to check. Okay, very red, like blood. Let's just not... Okay, I think we've scouted out this area quite nicely. But if we're going to get out of the water and get into our normal armor, let's do it at a safe location rather than out there. Guess who's going to have to heal again? Thing is, are we going to have to swim our way back up out of here afterwards? I should check if I have any low quality healing potions first. So I'm here searching for a stone tablet from the druids, right? That's another one of these gargoyles with bones of what appear to be relatively fresh victims around. There's a large, very heavy theme of death and skeletons in this place. That is not normal. It's radiating outwards from the center. From some kind of sphincter nexus reverse vortex nightmare. I think we're in the weirdness. In case the portal didn't give it away. Ooh, great big castle. Are we playing Dark Souls now? Do you want me to try and parry even more? Oh, game, why are you so horrid to me? Okay. This feels like a Dark Souls area. And hello. Well, I think they've woken up now. I don't think they were showing us enemies before until this one activated. Is there? Not realistically. Not a safe way down there. I probably shouldn't even try. I should be heading to that bridge, just deal with a few monsters that I tackle along the way. You know what? If you're going to be all the way over there to begin with, I'll be all the way over here with my bow. Okay, so this is one of the two areas where a herd Quirko can get stuck forever if you bring him. So I've left him behind. I probably should do that more often for my peace of mind. Well, this looks ominous. Part of some outer defences, but I sense the castle is where I need to go. And oh, look at that sky. As red as the lake above. Well, the vast fissure leading deep into the earth. The question is, though, I don't like the idea of emerging from here, over-encumbered, and underwater. So, I may need to... And these hides, or yeah, they just look very light, like the kind of item that could be interacted with. Actually, that's a really good point. Any stone tablet is likely to be heavy because it's made of stone. Let me get back to just checking here quickly. Okay. So I shouldn't be too eager to loot every single corpse I come across because I don't know how I'm going to be leaving this place, right? He says picking up every single bloody thing in the area. Okay. I should also probably... Hello? That really looks like it should open up like a door. Actually, I'm thinking of a very specific door, which wouldn't make a lot of sense in this context, so that's fine. So far. I don't know if they just had a sort of generic old ruins, and when they do, the containers get filled, because we've been in places where it does not make sense for the containers to have fresh food inside, places that have been locked up for decades. And this feels a little bit like one of those situations. You'll notice I'm not trying to sneak yet. And whatever's out here appears to be decidedly unfriendly. I see you. Oh, beautiful stained glass work there. Right. If you're going to be like that, I'll just be like this, okay? Oh, your quality. Okay. This might be that Death Knight. That was so... Hello? Now, we are able to attack fairly constantly at the moment. Where does... Is this where one of them came from? Could we have just walked round the outside? Hello? Are you someone I can sell things to lighten my load?
Ah, you're not one of the rats scurrying about this place. Truth be told, you don't seem to belong here at all. Perhaps you shouldn't be here, eh? But in the grand scheme of things, it's none of my concern. Do you need something?
Now, when I said this looked like Dark Souls, all we need now is for him to laugh pointlessly at the end of almost every line of dialogue. Who are you?
Name's Gatto. Once upon a time, I used to be a rat catcher at the court of King Sagramore. Later, fate led me to catching rats here, outside the cold walls of Sagramore's castle.
Can you tell me something about this place?
There's not much around here. The most important places are my shop and Sagramore's court, just over there. You might also run into the Shroom Knight.
What's a Shroom Knight?
The Queen's personal lapdog. Though he's a knight, he's a rat of the lowest order. I can't make heads or tails of him. No idea what he needs. If you want, go ahead and talk to him. I've grown tired of that fellow.
Oh, you gave me the impression talking would not be involved. What can you tell me about King Sagramore?
A king is a king. He bears the flaws inherent to any ruler, as if the crown itself bestows similar faults upon each bearer. But there's little to say about Sagramore. It's the Queen, his wife, who is the true delight. She's scheming, spiteful, and beautiful. The ideal woman. Trust me, I've met King Sagramore on many occasions. He doesn't make much of a grand impression, and he used to have quite the short temper.
You say that as if his temper has changed of late. Or you just haven't known him in such a long time that you don't know anymore. What are you doing here? apart from looking like a Dark Souls merchant. Any of them. Almost all of them, in fact.
Waiting for a customer. Are you interested?
Right, let's see. There's even a fucking rapier to make it feel even more like Dark Souls. Okay, flickering figurine. On hit, that's 20% chance to apply haste. Okay, inflicts poison. But what we can do... Strawfather's Skull. Croakmore. Ooh. I like that. Right. Let us lighten our load. And I should really give this shield a try. Especially as enhancing it increases the damage gain. And I should... That would also bring the block up in line with this one, wouldn't it? Yeah, I should give that a go. I'll keep my drowner's gear, because I may need to... Right. I don't know how I'm going to leave this place. If there's some kind of magical transition when I've done a certain thing, or if I need to go to a certain point to use a portal to get out of here.
I'll be right here.
I'll probably be back to sell you some things that I'm sure you will find very useful, but I have no great use for myself. Even the music feels a bit Dark Souls, actually, although there hasn't been any sort of intense orchestral Dark Souls style combat music just yet. Especially of the very operatic variety. Okay, let's hold off before going down there, because it looks like we can ascend in this direction. And that looked like it was just going to be a short little diversion. So this is going to be a no-go, isn't it? It's not going to take us to the bridge. So we're going to have to loop around and down. And that looks like someone possibly with a two-handed sword and many horns on a helmet. I see you. Oh, itchy head. Okay. There's our level. And a statue of some kind of person with a dagger wearing a wizard's hat, or witch's hat. It's like playing Dark Souls, but I'm actually fighting the enemies instead of the fucking controls. You could almost call this a playable game. You absolutely could. Right. Dagonet the Jester Knight. Known for his wit and humour, Dagonet served Arthur as both jester and knight, proving that even the fool can be a hero. His loyalty and bravery shall forever be praised. Wasn't Sir Kay kind of demoted to King's Fool on numerous occasions due to the way he behaved? And hello. Hey, you've got stamina. An undead with stamina? That's very rare in this game. Practically unheard of. Definitely feeling like Dark Souls then. The lanterns too. Yeah. It certainly feels very bleak and forlorn. Let's keep going. I should pay attention to my encumbrance. Oh, and I can level soon as well, yeah. Excellent. That looks serious. Oh! Well, guess what I just found? I have one already. You know what? They really want me to use this here. I'm really tempted. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is a dumb idea. I was probably going to go endurance this level, but actually... 1, 2... Huh. Let's not. Okay. Okay. Oh, horrid. Okay, we'll keep trying. It's possible we may not be able to rest in the entire area. Blocked, cannot be placed in this area. Probably because of fast travel and everything else, so we're just going to have to say no leveling up. Okay. We'll take this though. That's our way down to the bridge, no doubt. So what, pray tell, is this? Looks pretty serious. Unless this is a sort of resting shrine. This feels a bit sort of Kingdom Death in a way. Alright. Stigander. This would be the Mushroom Knight with his weapon. Okay.
Greetings to you, strange soul. You carry a light that doesn't belong to the Sagramor's realm. You're not from here, are you? I fear, then, that you won't be able to grant me absolution, at least not yet.
What have you done that requires absolution?
Only a pure soul can bear the sins of another. My soul was once like that. I thought it would be enough to... I don't know what I thought. I've been here for so long.
He sounds so old. So you took on someone else's sins?
Not just anyone's. I took upon myself the sins of my queen. I had no choice. I swore an oath of loyalty. But if I had known the weight of the Queen's misdeeds... Sometimes I wonder if this is my punishment. A punishment for consorting with someone so corrupt.
Your punishment for devotion? Is there any way to help you?
I don't know. I sought meaning in the All-Mother, pondered the truths of the Red Priests. I searched for a merciful God, but all was silent. Then I came here, for Sagramor, soon to be king, was about to ascend to the pantheon of demigods, and beside him stood the Queen, as radiant as dawn, gentle as the light of spring. I swore to serve them until the end of time, yet she desired a true kingdom, regardless of the means.
What happened next? This sounds concerning.
Next, there was the descent into the depths where we now find ourselves. This came to pass at the Queen's behest. How twisted and corrupted must one's soul be to desire something so dreadful, to rule alone over the world of shadows. I was stupid.
He sounds like the kind of actor who used to read Japanese short stories on Radio 4 in the early 1990s. Not Stu and Roger, but someone of a similar sort of caliber or vintage, I think. You're covered in mushrooms. What's your affliction?
That. It may be my only solace in this vale of tears. The fungus helps me keep my senses, attuning me to the rhythm of this forsaken kingdom, making me somehow understand. I feel the footsteps of the souls wandering above. I feel their ever unfulfilled needs and desires. The fungus conveys this to me quite clearly.
In a way, he's a bit like Ely, the unfortunate victim of the alchemist. So the fungus communicates with you.
Yes, and in a way, I accept the workings of this wretched place. I feel as though I am a part of it. It gives me some sense of belonging. And perhaps there is another future for this realm. Perhaps if we are all connected here, forming one single organism, it might lighten our burden. Who knows?
Tell me more about this kingdom.
Apparently, this is what the world looks like without gods.
Oh,
Everything
horrible.
that was meant to be born here was supposed to fulfill a beautiful mission. Instead, it became an endless wandering in the abyss. Sagramore took a wife, a woman whose power no one was aware of, much like her true intentions. And here it is, the kingdom deep in the abyss, with its abysmal king and queen.
I'm looking for a druidic tablet. I heard it could be found in this fortress.
Scroll. Indeed. I recall seeing druidic sages arriving at the court long ago. I also witnessed powerful acts of magic. Surely the court custodian might know more. But you must forgive me. I cannot provide you with a more specific answer. May goodness and light guide you.
Actually, he sounds really like the actor who read 3 Alhambra Tales on Radio 4 in the early 90s. Probably not the same actor because he'd be about 30, 35 years older now. But very similar delivery. I think it's intentional because it almost feels a little less natural and a little more put upon. Oh, many statues. And a caged cart. This does not look safe. How can I say this feels like Dark Souls? There's no bonfires. And why should there be? I do not anticipate these statues coming to life to assail me. However, this one is purple. The other was bright yellowish, wasn't it? The kind of armor we aspire to at some point. That pose looks weird. That's like an action pose. Because his knee hasn't quite met the ground, so it's not a kneel. These look like they're giants turned to stone rather than statues. Are they matching? So that's more of a salute, sword raised high, he's chopping low and ducking. He's going for a thrust. They could be matching pairs. Does it quite look right though? Oh shit. I'm just checking, there's only one. Mate, if there's only one of them. Nope, he's bringing another. Bring it on. Hey, if I can freeze him. Oh, that as well. So far, so good. Thing is, I don't want him dying on the edge. Come away from... Fucking hell, come away from the edge, you fool. Excellent. There we are. Skeleton Knight spell, presumably what we just faced off against. As he was probably summoning them himself. Now then, let's have 3 of these here, because why not? And continue on our quest towards level 50, or even 51 at this point. Who knows how long we shall be down here. And hey, I didn't fall off the edge. Not once. I don't know if this gate will open at my touch. It looks rather large and ostentatious. Oh no, it totally will let me in. I don't like the fact they showed me this load screen. I mean, I've seen it countless times. It would be interesting if this is where the chamber deep below the Island Asylum is. Because that would give a sort of sense of existential dread to the fact that, like, oh, this place is, you know, we weren't just below the Island Asylum, we were here. First off, can I stupidly no? Good. Secondly, I'm going to presume you're not hostile until you attack me.
Ah, a new guest in our court. Welcome, stranger, to the humble halls of King Sagremore's castle. Are you here to seek an audience with the king and queen? Many are eager to see them, though most are the old regulars. I'm sure their highnesses will be pleased to see a new face. We haven't had many guests of late.
Who are you?
Oh, no need to trouble yourself with me, my lady. I am but a simple custodian, a lowly servant of our gracious majesties. Though, if I had performed my duties better, perhaps there wouldn't be so much constant dying.
He appears more like a jailer than a servant, although the candles could be to light you to a location. You mentioned constant dying. What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's no big deal. We live here in perpetual suspension. Time can't touch us, and it's all thanks to the Queen and her sisters, who decided that would be best for everyone. Well,
Ah.
As long as you don't sin against their majesties. Then you might share my fate. Or that of Sir Stigander, who you may have encountered on your way to the castle.
I did indeed. What was Sir Stigander guilty of?
Loyalty, of course. Sir Stigander swore to our queen that he would remain faithfully by her side, and that he would take every sin of hers upon his shoulders. That was a very unfortunate pledge, as it later turned out. Now our brave and loyal Sir Stigander is atoning for sins that aren't his, but breaking his vows would be a sin in itself, requiring even more atonement. It's a no-win situation. But such is our fate.
What did you do to deserve punishment?
Well, I wanted to feel the softness of the royal bed. No, don't look at me like that. It's not what you think. The Queen's honour is intact, at least where I'm concerned. But I happened to be in the chamber when King Sagramore appeared. He wasn't alone, and his companion wasn't the Queen.
And you
It
witnessed
was one
this.
of the Harpist sisters.
Oh, them.
The king didn't notice me, but the Queen caught on to my unease. She tried to force me to confess what I had seen. I think she suspected it involved one of the king's indiscretions. In the end, I was the one who paid for his sin. Oh well, it's the lot of servants to bear the burden of their lord's transgressions.
It appears the Queen is temperamental and will lash out and shoot the messenger. Will the King and Queen grant me an audience?
Oh, I'm sure they will. But you might have to wait a bit. The king's schedule is completely full for the foreseeable future. And, before you ask, no, there's no way to speed it up. King Sagramore is very particular about treating all his subjects equally. Unless you're aiming to become the court jester, there's not much I can do to help. Though, now that I think about it, perhaps if the Queen's sisters put in a good word for you, you might just get to the front of the line.
I thought you said this place existed outside of time, or was unaffected by time, but we have had this whole conversation from beginning to end. Tell me more about the Queen's sisters then.
Oh, that would be Miss Clare and the midwife. Should I elaborate about the royal family in any particular order?
Tell me about Miss Clare, since you mentioned her first.
She's the youngest of the sisters. She used to be so sweet and innocent. But now, well, I shouldn't gossip. I'm already trying to make up for that. Just know that Miss Clare isn't a bad person. She became envious of the Queen's love for the king and ended up chasing after boors who never really returned her feelings. I don't know much more than that. Talking to Miss Clare is rather, difficult.
Why is her head missing?
You'll see what I mean.
I may still have Sir Boar's Mightstone. I don't believe I put it in storage, but I'll check. Tell me about the midwife.
She's a wonderful woman, completely dedicated to family. Her life's mission was to bring a child to the royal couple into this world. She loves all the royal children. Unfortunately, none of them are suited to inherit our kingdom. You'll be fine, as long as you don't insult her family.
None of them are suited to inherit the royal kingdom because the Queen doesn't want to give up the throne and wants to be all-powerful in this area forever. We've established that already. Where can I find the Queen's sisters?
I'm glad you asked, my lady. All you need to do is kill me, and the keys to the sisters' chambers will reveal themselves to you.
Is this why you speak of constant killing?
Yes, exactly. It's no big deal. I've died thousands of times. That's just how it is for me. Ever since Sagramore's kingdom was established, I've been the keeper of the keys to all the chambers in the castle. And
all the
with
chambers?
Magic, when a spell says, guard at the cost of one's own life, well, it tends to take that phrase quite literally. If I died forever, I wouldn't be able to guard the keys anymore, right? so I come back to life every time someone needs a key from me. That's just how things work around here.
But how do you know which keys? I need to kill you for. Let's take off our helms since we're inside the castle and should look decent. I'm almost sensing I should just put on fancy garments in this ruin, but not just yet. Yeah, Sir Boar's Mightstone. Look, probably completely irrelevant, but it might come in useful. I'd like to explore this hall a little first. Wait, are you? You're not the enemy that I see here. Will there be more of them? It could be a never-ending stream if we're not careful. This place is remarkably strange. Didn't he just come out of the wall? I think he did. I also think there's another one. Let's not loot that. There's two more. There's one there. One over there. Look, should I tell you which key I want first?
Hello again, my lady. Do you need something?
No,
Have a
apparently I
splendid
just
time at King
need to
Sagramore's court?
hit you with a weapon. Sorry about that. Key to Claire's Tower. Only the key to Claire's... Oh, and the key to the Midwife's Tower as well. I presume you'll be back at some point. Again, terribly sorry about that. Pardon me. I don't want to be a bother, but... Oh, hello. Let me guess. King and Queen's chambers with the royal chamber being... like the audience chamber being through there. This lock seems to be broken. It's almost as if there's only one direction I am allowed to take right now. I presume I cannot leap high enough to get in there, and also that I should not. That looks very unhealthy to even make the attempt. Well then, in this direction I shall go. There we go. Now, back to all this lot. It would be nice to presume there's nothing of vital importance here. And you know what? The castle needs these supplies to operate. Let's just explore upwards again. I really don't like this annoying feeling that these ghosts are going to be respawning. I mean, if we go up, the sky's the limit, right? If we go down into the bowels of the earth, we could theoretically go very deep indeed. Don't mind me. Ah. An ancestral sphere. Okay, so... it's a weapon thingy. Okay. Alright. We've made it into some kind of great feast hall. This statue looks important. That is a very bony foot, and that appears to be some kind of ruby crystal heart. I seem to have forgotten the directions to the two sisters, but that's okay, I can explore. Again, multiple gargoyles. Same statue. Excuse me. Why am I exploring this location? Is there anything important? Apart from a mushroom called the King's Trumpet. Perhaps I should be sent back to these areas later on. This is how I get to the other side, isn't it? I'll get to go down at the other end of the corridor. These pictures look important, so let's come back for them. Because we can go back down the stairs again, right? Oh, just changing my position in my seat here. This might be a multiple episode endeavour, to be honest. Very Camelotian in style, but these stained glass windows not so much. Let's just go and open this door before we risk going downstairs. Well, I can see why it's difficult to speak with her if she's locked behind a big door and we're not allowed to go in. Unless she is the book. Oh god, has it actually taken me into an area? Or a different period of time? Okay. We've got a blue rift, a female face, red burning. And there's almost a figure here. Like, if that's a forepaw, and that's like a hind leg, and that's the head of like a horse or bear combined in a weird way. Right. Not a book I can interact with. I should keep on checking these. You know what? Until we have good reason, let us not draw steel in the good lady's chambers. It would be disrespectful. Hello. Is that the Queen's crown? Many books. Lots of booze hidden in the bookshelves. Nothing here. I mean, everything here speaks of ruin. I think we're taking the lift. Even in this dimension we've been sent to by the portal, it's all rotting and tumbled down and corrupt. Lift it is. Presumably upwards. I should have probably looked at this tower from the outside. Although it could go down. Right, let's make sure we're standing on the platform. So we don't fall off it as it ascends. Ooh. That's a very sad looking portrait. I'll get closer in a bit. Watch as like 4 giant tentacles shoot out of the side tunnel as I approach the painting. Like, ooh, what's this? It's a doorway. Okay. Good. Yeah, it definitely has a mournful feel. And there, a golden basin with blood or sort of rising up from it, and daubed on the face actually, and that looks like a blade, although that looks like a flag hanging down. There's some kind of brooch here, probably a cloak fastener. I imagine there's fur, because we can see an edge here, right? So I imagine there's fur like that and like this, wrapped around and bunched around the shoulders. None of those can be interacted with. Okay, well here we go. She likes her books. And the pages now float. I suppose we'd better just... Big giant cobweb. Better just go over and introduce ourselves.
Boss. No, not Boss. Boss in the letters. The letters to Boss, to beloved.
What letters?
These, all of them, are right.
How long have you been writing them?
Letters to beloved Boss, I write.
I see. I'm looking for a druidic tablet. Do you know anything about that?
I write only letters to Boss, to beloved. Yours, Claire. Sister has a tablet. Once she had it. Once sister.
Once sister, so she's not your sister anymore?
There is no love in her. There is much in me. For Boss. For beloved.
I see.
Boss. My beloved.
Do I just leave? Maybe not. Perhaps there's something I can do here. I mean, what's she going to want? Does she want to... need to read her writings? Well, there don't seem to be any to read. Okay, let's see what I can find. Did she give me something? No. Let us search out her writings. Claire's dream... Wait. I think we've got a good idea what the dream will be like. And no, I don't mean pervy like that. I imagine something wholesome, romantic, desperate. Those are heavily locked. I probably shouldn't even try. I've got a horrible feeling it's the dream, isn't it? Oh, I must... because these are a visual effect. They fade when they get too far from her. I Can't interact with any of these, he says, checking extra thoroughly. I have a feeling it's going to be this. So the version of Sir Bors who appears in this dream.
Once upon a time, there lived a young maiden named Claire. She had 2 sisters, and together they resided in a resplendent castle within a land untouched by the cruelty of time. In this unchanging realm, there was neither the sorrow of endings nor the joy of beginnings. No sunrises, no sunsets, and no seasons to mark the days. Such was the design of the eldest sister, whose insatiable hunger for control bound the kingdom in eternal stillness. She hoarded love and devotion as a dragon hoards treasure. Yet for all her power, her heart remained empty, cursed to feel nothing for eternity. Claire, the youngest and gentlest of the sisters, moved quietly through the cold, unchanging halls. Her beauty was, too, untouched by age or hardship. Yet unlike her sisters, Claire possessed a secret, a flicker of defiance against the curse that gripped their land. Her heart remained free, protected by a force beyond even her eldest sister's reach. True love. This love bound her to a noble young man named Bors, whose memory was her light in the kingdom's shadow. Though torn apart by dark magic, Claire refused to surrender to despair. She knew that giving up hope would mean losing herself entirely, succumbing to the same cold emptiness that claimed her sisters. So she endured, her heart steadfast in its belief that love could shatter even the darkest of spells, and that one day, somehow, she and Bors would reunite.
I fear that Claire needs to read the story of the Blue Rose. Oh! Okay. Wait. I could have been moving this entire time. Wow, okay. Well, we got a quest update. It updated something like 4 bloody times. Have to defeat Bors' incarnation, the ardent lover, the minstrel of dreams, and the valiant knight. Didn't we have a book about a curse that was placed on Sir Bors for not being a faithful lover? Oh no! Are we destroying the parts of him that she loves? Like the pieces, you know, not the parts of him that exist, but like the parts that she has created in her heart, in her love. Cutting the ties that bind them. Okay, let's do it this way. Completed. Oh God, what was it called now? It's something to do with babies. You know, the man who was about his pregnant wife. It's not fit for a lady. That would be to do with Alyssa, wouldn't it? Right, let's just go down to the bottom. And look for anything that seems appropriate. They're not arranged alphabetically, but they're not arranged quite in the order I did. I might have a pebble in the pit. That boy. Okay. It's not this. Okay, so yeah, soldier named Rigby managed to convince Rel the story of Sir Geraint to be unfaithful. Okay, not Sir Bors. We're back out here again. What do we do? Plunge off? This feels very... Okay. So I immediately look behind us to check, and it looks like we're heading this way. Possibly just to encounter all three... I initially felt we'd be going like straight ahead and left and right to 3 different places, but no, it just seems to be out here. Many, many windmills. Very quixotic. Now, yeah, this gets interesting. So, Don Quixote. Things being like... Right, Don Quixote is pronounced Quixote. However, if it's the opera, it's pronounced Don Quixote. And something that is acting like Quixote or thinking like him is quixotic. Instead of, like, quixotic or something. I don't believe... Oh, no, no, no. There's a gap in the fence. And that looks like another option. No. It's like a really bad picture book. With no colours and very crude drawings. It's almost... Ooh, look at this. How the lines fade at our approach. It's almost like white chalk on grey paper. That looks like it's going to fight us. Oh, big sword. Hello, big sword. Claire's again. What, are there 3 of them here? We're already in Claire's dream, or is that the way out? There's a signpost leading out. Now, by defeat, they don't necessarily mean just fight, right? There may be other means of defeat, presumably. The thing is, if we do remove him as the lover, Claire's dream again, yeah, so okay. I mean, I got about a third of the Futhark here, if not all of it. So, those runes mean it's probably going to be very much to do with the... What's it, people? The Dalriata. So let's hold off on that for a moment, as this is some kind of in-between place, directing us to 3 different locations. And then do we come back here from her chamber each time, or... So I presume there's a 3rd one over here. And the first signpost is pointing in this direction. I wonder if the signpost will change upon our return. So we have a bunch of ramshackle wooden huts. Could even call them shacks. So we've got another dream here. I have a feeling... Oh. Okay, no, so runes here as well. It's like some kind of... Oh no, it's... I see. I was like, is that like arms coming down? No, it's not. Alright. I have a feeling we can't venture past here. I mean, we probably could jump down there, but it wouldn't do us any good. Okay. We've found 3 adventures. Let's take one of them.
It was the height of summer when young Bors first laid eyes on the maiden of his heart, working in the fields, his skin bronzed by the sun. He paused as the sound of hooves drew near. A lone maiden approached, her hair shimmering like spun gold, her cheeks rosy and her waist snugly drawn into a spring green corset. While the other peasants bowed their heads, Bors stared unabashedly. Sensing his gaze, the maiden turned sharply, startling her steed. The horse reared and she tumbled from the saddle.
Oh no!
Straight into Bors's waiting arms.
How convenient.
Their eyes met, and in that instant, the maiden felt herself lost. A warmth bloomed upon her cheeks, but a deep foreboding stirred in her stomach, for she knew there would never be another man who could claim her heart so completely. From that day forward, she rode past the fields daily, offering Bors water and sharing quiet moments beneath the shade of a willow tree. Days stretched into nights, and the two surrendered to love. But one day, as the maiden passed the field, her beloved Bors was nowhere to be found. She waited beneath the willow until darkness fell and reluctantly returned to the castle. The next day, and the one after that, she returned. But Bors never did. Summer turned to autumn, and the maiden ceased her rides. She withdrew into the shadowed stillness of her tower, her heart heavy with unending sorrow. Unbeknownst to her, Bors's bones lay bleached and brittle beneath the sun, hidden in the very field where their love had bloomed. For in Sagramor's kingdom, no crime was graver nor punishment swifter than love.
Is that why we had to defeat him here? I don't know, it feels bad. Something's off about this. Are we going to go back to the main? We are. So, if we go back in here again, he's gone. I think she'd like trashy romance novels. She should probably be writing them. That's definitely the vibe we're getting here. Also, she only gave up after a few months, after a single season. You'd think she would be more dedicated than that, at least that's the impression she's given thus far. So, here's a thought. So if the next signpost points to the Minstrel of Dreams, presumably, and the Valiant Knight, it feels like I am fulfilling and bringing about the horrible deeds she has imagined or wove into her tale. As if I am enacting the king or queen's vengeance. Because I don't see a sign for this one. Also, I don't see a way over to there. It looks very cinematic. I will gaze upon it for a moment. Yeah, that's completely separated. The sword does not look like Minstrel of Dreams. That looks like the Valiant Knight. I'm a little conscious that doing this in the wrong order might not feel quite so fun. There's no signpost here pointing to this one. But also nothing special about the book. No sword stuck through it, so here we go.
In the days of King Sagramore, there lived Bors, a wandering minstrel whose songs were famed for their beauty and sorrow. Among his melodies was one that bore the weight of his heart.
Are you going to stop attacking me now?
The
Oh, you just
ballad
froze.
of a lady named Claire. Claire, a noblewoman of unmatched grace, had been betrayed by her jealous sister, who sold her to a rival lord for power. Locked in a distant tower, her pleas for rescue went unheard. But Bors, who had once sung for her in her father's court and fallen deeply in love, learned of her plight and vowed to save her. He journeyed to the castle where she was held and sang beneath its mist-shrouded walls each night, hoping she might hear him. At last, a faint voice joined his song. Claire, her spirit unbroken despite her captivity, determined, Bors devised a daring plan. Each evening
these
he
can't all
sang in
be
the
true.
castle hall, lulling the court into an enchanted trance. When the moment was right, he slipped away to free Claire. Together they fled through shadowed halls, hearts pounding with hope. But as they reached the forest edge, disaster struck. The alarm was raised, and the guards gave chase. Armed only with his lute, Bors faced the guards to protect Claire. In the struggle, he was struck down, his body falling beside his broken lute. Claire was dragged back to the castle, her heart forever bound to the minstrel who had died for her.
I think she's so obsessed with the idea of him that she's completely forgotten anything original about him, and is constantly making up versions in her head, idealized versions of how things might have been. Well, this is rough. After I do all three, do I just get to go straight back to the castle, or do I have to find a way to get up there? Because I don't think I can. I think I'm just trapped here until I've dealt with all of them. Well, here we go. Time for the third version, who's probably going to give us a bit of a hard time. And it's a shame because it distracts us from what she's telling us. So why do we even have to fight him in these places? It feels odd. We could just go and experience the narration. But anyway.
Long ago, there lived a maiden named Claire,
Yeah.
fair of face and gentle of heart, cursed by her cruel sister to remain imprisoned in a high tower.
Oh, mate, you get frozen, okay?
Forbidden to step beyond its walls or look out of the window, she spent her days weaving a tapestry of the outside world. A world she could glimpse only through the reflection in an enchanted mirror. Yet Claire dared not lift her eyes from the loom, for the curse was absolute. If she ever stopped her weaving to gaze out the window herself, the fragile thread of her life would snap.
I think I know where
One
we
day,
are.
the mirror revealed a grand procession on the road below. Among them rode a knight clad in gleaming silver
Yes,
armor,
I am.
a sapphire cape following behind him. His warm eyes and copper hair struck Claire's heart with longing. Unable to resist, she rose and stepped toward the window for a glimpse of the gallant knight. The moment she moved, a terrible pain gripped her chest and the mirror shattered. Claire, knowing the curse had claimed her, fled the tower. She reached the road just as the procession passed, grasped the knight's cape, and collapsed. Sir Bors turned a sudden tug, leapt from his horse and caught her. Her breath grew faint, and she whispered, "Do not grieve, for I am glad to have seen you, my knight." With those words, her spirit departed. Sir Bors wept bitterly, for never had he seen a maiden of such beauty and grace. his heart swelled with both joy and despair, for he knew he would never again love another as he loved the fair and cursed maiden, Claire.
So the other two versions were about her loving him and missing him. Now this is about him loving her and missing her. We are on that little island that was completely separated off, meaning the other two combat arenas are probably somewhere in this area as well. Well, let's get out of here. Damn it. Well, how do we get out? If we head back towards the castle. Hello, this is new. I think this will allow us back in. Yes. Are we going to be questioned about the events we have just witnessed? Quite possibly.
I was writing something. Something important. Do you know what it was?
Oh god, have we destroyed what she's writing? You were writing love letters to Boars, don't you remember?
Yes, Boars. My former lover.
Former.
I have fond memories of him.
You seemed madly in love with him.
Really? Perhaps that was true once. I longed for my own Sagramore. I craved love, true love. A beloved, not a dog. My dearest Boars, I'm sorry.
Well, better than that. Why don't you just tell me where I just went?
Here. You've read these notes on the stacks of paper. My handwriting. I must have written them, yes.
No, I can't read them. I can't interact with any of them. So you haven't seen anything strange happen to me?
Strange? No, I'm sorry.
You mentioned having a sister earlier. Who is she?
My sister. I have two sisters. One older and another the eldest.
Let me guess, the middle sister's the midwife, the eldest is the queen. I suspect it's the other way around, but you know, tell me about the eldest.
She's the caregiver. She nurtures. She helps. She tries.
I see. And tell me about the middle sister.
She wanted Sagramore. She wanted the crown. She has everything except love.
Why does she not have love?
She has no desire for love. She wants to rule. Love is not necessary. Power is. Fear is.
I see. And does she have a druidic tablet?
She does. She holds the power of the men here. She has everything.
Oh. It's probably what keeps you all down here. How can I reach her chamber?
It's at the very top, above all else. To see everything. To hear everything.
Like an eagle's eyrie. Of course.
Enough. She sees all, hears all. Her arms are long. They're everywhere. Go now, go.
Mind you, your arms seem to be getting everywhere as well. Could I possibly find any written documents in here at all? I suspect the answer to be a big fat no. But I want to check just in case something's changed. I'm looking for something that stands out, doesn't blend in. Like this, for example, or that. But no. Oh. I think we should try to visit the other sister as well. Can I at least... I cannot close the doors. Okay, Then perhaps I should descend. I would like to seek out both sisters. And perhaps I shall. I suspect the other sister is over there. But there was a door at the bottom of this tower as well. Why would a nursemaid be kept so deep underground? To be like a womb, to get a feeling of the baby's being brought up out of the earth? Like Great Mother Earth, perhaps? Would it be considered safer? We should. Oh. I should explore. Ah, hello. How nice to have you with us. You can die now. Oh, that does not... Oh! His hand's missing. His forearm too. Is that a blade? That's a pretty brutal looking... Actually, it might be more of a her. But I think it's more he. Queen, cruel queen, gazing out over her lands. Actually looks very much like Britannia in some ways, but she's not sitting on a lion. And broken. Okay, well, I'm glad I went up instead of down then. So yes, up and over in this case. Let's try to visit all three sisters. I don't know if the keeper of the keys is here. And that door is broken, so I'm going to go this way. So I could have completely ignored Claire and come this way instead. So Claire wants romantic love. The other one, the midwife, I don't think she has a name. She might want babies, like a baby of her own. And treat the other two sisters like babies as well. So she could want to be a mother. I'm going into this with the assumption that that is approximately her desire. Now. Oh. That is weird. Right. Sad queen with a sad crown. Looks like tears of blood running out of her eye sockets. Not sure if there's even eyes there. Dark night behind. A fair maid with a candle to light the dark. The candle does not illuminate her face. The light is coming from the opposite side to the candle. We've got a deer and a beautiful woodland scene with a castle in the background. Animal heads upon the walls. Some really bizarrely unrealistic moving cloth. Key to the midwife's chamber, and then this would be... We've seen this before. Not so much that one. And this... Key to the chapel, which we do not have yet. Presumably the keykeeper may send us to those locations. Okay, we've seen that before. Oh, I hear the wailing of a babe. There's the sad queen again, with a dark figure behind her. Sensing a oh, hello. Are those babies growing on her back? And out of her body? You know, really, they look really unhappy. And demonic, to be honest.
Who goes there? Are you here to see the children? Oh, my sweet babies. I lost them. I lost them all before they even got here. They scattered, poor things, like dandelions in the wind.
Do we need to make them solid? It looks like there's 3 or maybe 4 of them. You've lost the Queen's children.
My little flowers. They're all gone. Met their grim fates within these castle walls. They die and die at the hands of those who should have left them, or through their neglect.
Someone didn't want them
Poor
to
little
inherit.
things. They deserved so much better. After all, they were barely more than blood on our sister's white sheets.
If the children were never born, then how could you have lost them?
They are here because I wished for them so desperately. I hoped my sister would be happy. But you cannot force something that was never meant to be. Yet I tried and tried and tried. Now they haunt my dreams and waking hours, while the Queen has forgotten she ever carried them under her heart.
Not that she has much of a heart, from what we understand. I'd hoped you'd help me get an audience with the Queen.
The Queen? She wants nothing to do with me. I failed her so terribly that she no longer wishes to see me. I've fallen so far from her good graces. But I will make it right. You'll see. I just need the children here, safe and sound. Maybe when she sees them, even as they are, she will love them just as much as I do.
I think you love them more than enough, and much more than she does. I can help you find the children.
Really? You'd do that? And you won't hurt them, will you? Please, I cannot bear to hear their cries anymore. I need them close, so I can watch over them as I was meant to. If I could keep that one promise I made to my sister, perhaps then I could finally know peace.
This is going to be really difficult, isn't it? Do you have any idea where I should start searching for the missing children?
Let me think.
Perhaps in the
I
chapel.
know. The Crown Prince loved to stand on the balcony, gazing down at the gardens,
Ooh.
watching the legacy that will never come to be. Little Noah, covered in blood. His mother would wash him again and again, scrubbing endlessly. It feels like he rarely leaves the bathtub. Oh, and Hugo, such a sweet child, sleeping soundly in his cot. Sleeping and sleeping, always and forever. He has his favourite lullaby.
So, bath, balcony, cot. What is his favourite lullaby?
She stitched them into her prayers, yet the gods unravelled them one by one. Where are they? They should have been kings and queens, not souls lost in the abyss.
The Crown Prince was handsome and fair, beloved by all, or so they thought, for he never could tell a friend from foe. Aww. The Crown Prince was... Oh, it's the same. Ah, so it's this wall. So many teddy bears. And bunnies. He loved the garden swing, soaring up and down, up and down, up and down, until the branch snapped and his skull cracked and the swing was no more. Oh, it's rockabye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby and cradle and all. See, we're getting nursery rhymes. We can't read this one. The writing on the floor is of no consequence to us. And deep in the night she swore to end her mother's reign. But the queen knew her daughter well. Blood calls to blood, and in the end, blood was all that remained. Very ominous. Are we getting less Snow White, less Ashy Paddle, more the juniper tree here? Or 3 boys playing at butchers? Is it playing at meat? Sweet Breda climbed up the tower, and now her shattered little body lies broken down below. Not one story of one prince, but of many princelings and princesses. Prince he might have been, but he dreamed of the sea, and the sea dreamed of him too, so much that it swallowed him whole. There's a story, I think it's a Chinese or Japanese story of a man who is told, you will die. You will be killed by a tiger. You will die looking at a tiger. So he goes out of his way to avoid tigers. He stays indoors, never goes out of the house. And in the end, he gets a bit curious and asks his friend, what does this tiger thing look like? Because I've never seen one. I don't know what it would look like, so I don't know what I should be avoiding, really. And, you know, my birthday's coming up. For my birthday party, why don't you show me a painting of a tiger? So they show him a painting of a tiger and he has a heart attack and dies. Let me guess, we still can't get in here. But we can seek a balcony. Now, in terms of the cots, they should all be in that room. But we can't interact with any of the cots. So let's come dashing along here and hop up again to the balcony. Ooh. Yep, alright. Here, whoa. Now this looks like somewhere we've been with Lady Alyssa. Ah, hello. That's presumably a way back or just decorative.
He's gone. Young Prince Renard. Oh, by the gods, lost for good this time. The midwife will wring my neck with her bare hands. I can't. No, I won't go back to her like this. And the Queen, she'll do worse. Much worse. Have you ever seen her angry? Hopefully not.
What exactly happens to those who disobey the Queen?
She has ways. Cruel ways. The lash is the kindest punishment among all of them. My favorite.
Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
Oh, yes, of course. Straight into the void.
Oh no.
He stood there for a long while, just staring into the well, and then he was gone. He just stepped in like it was the most natural thing in the world.
Why didn't you jump after him?
Are you mad? Who would do it? Jump into that void? You're not being serious.
I don't have many other choices. What awaits me below?
Oh, surely you don't mean to. Oh, may the gods watch over you. Or, no, wait. Better they don't look upon someone heading into a place like that. They might feel disgusted. But I wish you luck. Remember, everything you do is being judged.
Yeah. Let's just have a quick look around. I imagine there's not a lot else here to do other than venture into that portal. This may have been one of the earlier areas designed in the game, right? Because this feels very sort of, you know, each of these little sub areas is very self-contained. Well, in a manner of speaking. It's all very compartmentalized. This, no heart. Heart outside the body. Very sort of Koshai the Deathless. Right. Well, here we go then. I probably should not have come here. Right. If I can just freeze him. I really hope this is not the prince. And it really looks like it could be. I also don't seem to have much choice. Empty. So what do I do here now? Ah! My lord. You appear very dead, but those aren't your feet, those are boots.
Did the midwife send you? Or was it that coward who's supposed to be keeping me under their heel?
Who are you?
The firstborn of the king and queen. A proper little princeling. Almost grown. Though life has never tested me thanks to the comfort I was raised in. Which is why I'm full of whims. Why I think only of trivialities. Why I'm just a gilded youth, unable to appreciate what I have. I won't bother listing every one of my vices.
I think you already did. Well, just some of them. Why did that thing attack me? I think that thing was a manifestation of him wanting to keep him here and wanting to keep me out.
Don't take it personally. You're not that special. Nobody is. I just wanted you to leave me alone. But as always, everything in this house proves hopelessly useless. Any form of service, flawed and feeble. They lack competence. Next time, I'll find a deeper despair and an emptier void to hide in. Mother won't be pleased with how miserably the court servants perform their duties. She never handled disobedience well. Well then, we can skip pedagogical lectures, as I know you'll force me to return at the end. And later, I'll try to run away again.
Your mother never handled disobedience well. What do you mean by that?
Of all my mother's obsessions, control is her greatest. Everything must bend to her will. That's why I take so much pleasure in defying her. Poor father, letting her trample him like that. It seems a crown on a man's head weighs him down and dulls his mind. The charms of power.
Tell me more about your father.
They say I take after him. Look closely, and you'll see all you need to know. How pitiful I must be then.
Why don't you want to go back above?
Above? What above? There's nothing there either. Here, emptiness turns into more emptiness. Nothing begins, nothing ends. The same, over and over again. I'll tell you something. This place, all this darkness and silence, is no different from what awaits us in the gardens, the halls, or the chambers.
But I suppose if nothing happens, you feel like you're more in control. It may feel peaceful, no constant harassments or interruptions. Well, it's time to go back to the midwife.
Spare yourself the trouble. You don't have to drag me by the hand. I know the way back. The Queen's little lapdog. Phew.
Well, how do I appreciate your assistance. Now how do I get back?
You found the young master. Joy, such great joy. I owe you a debt or two. We simple folk, we must stick together. Here, take this. I hope it serves you well.
Okay. And now, how do I get back out of here again? I arrived, I think, standing in here. So now I should look for something that appears to be a... There we go. Back to the castle. And we should now be here. Although we can go back there if we want to. Not that I particularly desire to. So... if his cot is not here... because placing a portal next to the quest giver would be a nightmare. Then it must be somewhere else. Have none of the bodies have disappeared from her yet?
She stitched them into her prayers, yet the gods unraveled them one by one. Where are they? A mother should not outlive her children. I must preserve their existence. But how can I when they are gone?
Do I need to find all of them before she'll acknowledge any?
I have enough of all this.
Steady on there. Right. Now. Sleeping doesn't need to be a crib. Somewhere with the servants. Downstairs. So we should seek a bedchamber that is not Claire's. Oh, look at that sky. I probably really should be looking to end the episode soon. Because I have a feeling this one's gone on pretty long at this point. Oh, those bottles popping in as I got close. Yeah, we're definitely nearing end of episode territory. Let's at least head down to the bottom of this tower and see if I can find another portal. Oh, you're open now. Well, that certainly helps. Let's just look. Do we have to do these in order? If so, do we need to go upstairs to the newly opened section? Oh, weird insistent autosave there. Oh, well, nice scene. Okay, back upstairs we go then. So I presume then we're looking for some kind of royal bedchamber next. Is the key keeper? No, he's still gone. And those gaps in the floor look really horrific. They don't look like I'm going to be allowed to fall through. The music is growing louder. Yeah, oh, here we go. Oh, hell. Okay, lady. I'm sorry. I cannot swing my weapon in the vicinity of the fight. By which I mean I totally can, but I have no desire to attack the place where the royal child might have spells for me. I'm trying to get your body to fall away from the bloody wall. And you're not cooperating. There we go. Ah, Ring of Despair. Decreases incoming damage by 20%, but it's something. Okay. There is a merchant outside. Decreases incoming. Oh, wow, I see. Yeah, okay. Well, why don't we just eat that, right? And eat something else as well. There you go. Because why not consume some items, right? You know, we can even probably get something else in there too. Sure. That's near enough to being full. Now let's pick this up and then see what we can do here. Are we just in the same area with the crib now removed? Do we deliver it? It obviously has not become an item in our inventory, otherwise we would have received a notification. I mean, she's still here. So presumably now he can rest. Is there something about horses for the last one, I think? No. Okay, let me see. Somewhere for servant. Oh yeah, bathtubs. Right. Hope he hasn't been washed too much. Otherwise, it'd be very wrinkly. Maybe very sort of stretched out. So, downstairs appears to be the only sensible option. That door is still massively sealed. So then back through. Maybe I should go up, see the wetness. I haven't seen an overabundance of scrubbing brushes and old tin baths anywhere. But it would be nice to confirm that the sleeping prince has been rescued. If he was actually sleeping at all. Oh, this can't be good. Okay. I'll try downstairs one more time, but I'm sort of running out of locations to search at this point. Now that way only opened up after I think, well, no, because I went and rescued the first child without coming down here exploring, so that second door may have just opened up automatically when this portion of the quest became available. Wait, we shouldn't do that. Not yet, anyway. So, bathing for the servants, should be sort of in the servants' quarters somewhere, and there could be a dedicated bathing room. But for a prince, they should take stuff up to his room to wash him there. They're not going to be washing him in the castle moat. Hello? Oh, wow. Ugh.
Why did you kill me? I didn't want to. I didn't want to be like that.
Who are you?
Mum, she used to call me Little Fish sometimes.
Oh, God.
When she was in a good mood. But when she wasn't, she'd call me bastard, misfortune, or mistake. Once, during a bath, I cried that the water was too hot. So she pushed me fully underwater and held me there until I learned. After that, the water was always cold.
Who is your mother? Are you talking about the midwife?
Mama is the most important one. She controls everything. Everything rests on her shoulders.
Okay, no, the actual
Don't
queen.
disturb her.
I wouldn't expect a baby to be able to know the difference. And your father?
Father is the king, and usually just sits on the throne. Mum always said he was busy, but he just sits there.
More importantly, why is this a girl's voice when we were told this was a prince with a male name? What happened to you after you died?
Then I was here, sitting in the water, and I never cried again.
And now the whole bathtub is gone. We'd better go back to the nurse maid. The wet nurse. Thing is, if she's a wet nurse, that means she's got to be lactating because she's had children of her own, so that's not really a wet nurse. I bet she's just been delegated to look after the children. And the thing is, it seems like losing most of the children wasn't her responsibility, but things other people did. In the case of one prince, something he did himself. I'm just going to quickly check I'm still recording. And I am, but I probably should stop soon. I'm enjoying this though. I just don't want to overtax my system by going on for too long at this point. Okay. Here we go. Maybe we've done all three. Perhaps now we'll get to go in the chapel. She might say, now the children are dead, we need to bury them. Let's go. So why would we get to go in the chapel next? Maybe we get to go downstairs then and see the keeper of the keys, and he'll say, okay, you've helped the sisters now.
They are here. All of them. My sweet little petals. I'm so sorry. I should have tried so hard to bring you into this world.
I should never have tried.
Maybe now we can set you free. You will help us, won't you, stranger?
First, tell me what happened here.
Fate has made a mockery of us all. Our deepest desires have been laid bare, twisted into instruments of our torment. Take these poor little creatures. They have no place in this world, yet they are forced into it and out of it, again and again. But our sister wished for them, and here, her word is the only law.
And I take it after these three she has wished for no more. What can I do?
My sister's reign must end. It's brought us horror upon horror, all because of her fear and obsession. She thought she could forge fate with power, but she was wrong. Fate is inevitable, and the one she claimed was never hers to begin with. Yet we are the ones who suffer the most.
So, what now? Back down to the main hall. I helped both the Queen's sisters to speak with the custodian. So yeah, back down to the main hall. We go here. That should then be 2 completed. Excellent. Wasn't wrong about the quest level 50, was I? Oh, hello. Here you
Hello
already.
again, my lady. Are you ready for your audience with the king and queen?
Tell me more about the Queen and her sisters.
Ah, I see you're trying to coax a little gossip out of me.
Not exactly.
I appreciate the effort. You're the only one around here who can hold a normal conversation. Not many people know that the 3 sisters are Bandrui, female druids. Interesting, isn't it? Not all druids allow women to engage in their noble profession. They didn't care, though. They did their work, and they did it well. One day, they delivered a prophecy to Sagramore, telling him he was destined to be the next King Arthur. Our king took their words to heart, and made one of them his queen. The other sisters help the Queen maintain the kingdom in its current state. It's not for me to say whether it's right or not. And in my place, the role I've been given.
Sorry. One of the subtleties of English. When he says it's not for me to say, it means he has a very strong opinion on the matter, but it's not his place to voice it. I could tell that through the intonation, through the way he said it. Now hang on.
Hello again, my lady. Are you ready for your audience with the King and Queen?
What will it be like?
Nobody knows. The King and Queen haven't granted an audience to anyone in years. All these poor, lost souls will never get their turn. Only Stygander and I are aware of the passage of time. The rest are stuck, frozen in the moment. But we're not allowed in the throne room, so we have no idea what's going on with the King and Queen. If I were you, I'd be sure to mind your manners and follow every order.
Of
For your own
course.
safety.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I'd like to enter, which probably means I need to kill him to get a key.
As you wish. Here is the most precious of all keys. It will open the doors leading to the throne room. Oh, and you might have an occasion to see the royal chapel. Please, don't forget us. Damned for all eternity.
Do we get... You seem to have only given me one key. Not the key to the throne room. Do I have to kill you for that? Or does the throne room lie beyond the chapel? Okay, let's take this sip. God, really. More fighting. Now. Oh, this is different. The vile blood stuff is coming out of her body instead of just being out in front in a fake heart. So far, no monuments to inspect or interact with. And I'm feeling I really should save the game soon. So let's absolutely do that, okay? We'll sling it uninterrupted for now. And I've been playing for something like 2.5 hours, so... Oh... Okay, sod it, one moment. I kind of push myself a bit here, but... I'm just checking. Oh yeah, I should probably stop really soon. That looks like a mushroom thing. So I'm going to save the game here and stop the episode. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'll say goodbye for now though, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon for further adventures here in the abyss below the lake.